con
These other pull up on fucking motorcycles with cannons on the side, or what the hell?
Yo, if we get to 100,000 subscribers by the time the year is over, I will shave my beard off and wear no do-rag for 3 entire months.
People, it seemed like you guys enjoyed the first Warhammer 40k lore video, and I know there's like a lot of lore videos that I should be like checking out, watching, and I didn't get to read all of the comments, but you guys did. I did see some recommendations of the every single Warhammer factions explained part 1 video, so that's what we're going to watch today. I'm assuming there's other parts. I think a comment said that there was 2 parts. It's 2 parts, I think. I'm not sure. But it's gonna be a long one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I really enjoyed the first lore video, man. I'm excited to get back into the world of Warhammer. That is 40k. This very huge, extensive world. I'm excited. So yeah, without further ado, original video will be at the top of the description, so you guys check that out. Show love. We got some more Bricky. I enjoyed the first video, how it was made. So let's get into it.
It doesn't necessarily serve the Omnissiah, but someone who can appreciate them. You will not be getting my legs today, as I will be replacing them with various things depending on which faction we are currently talking about to add a little bit more context.
Why is that one there?
Comedy
wait,
whatever the hell I am.
All right, what is this?
Doing. So, hello everybody. My name is Bricky, and this is going to be a long video.
Hi, Bricky.
And a large project that has been going on for quite some time. This is, I need 2 hands for this. This is every single Warhammer 40k race.
I can't remember what I played with all the races that I played. Now think about it. I think my first faction that I played in Warhammer, I think it was dinosaurs, because I like dinosaurs. Like I like some dinosaurs, you know. So it was like lizards or something like that, and it was cool. It was really cool. That's why I fell in love with the game of Total War.
A bit of lore, a little bit of talking about the tabletop, but mostly lore, what they're all about, and also a little bit of background for those of you.
Context is that video got age restricted because of his feet, pretty sure. Wait, what?
See, Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000 is a universe people hear plenty of, but don't know a whole lot about. They see, oh, there's these dudes in big power armor with chainsaw swords, and they got these big old green orcs, and there's some bugs over there. And
bugs over there.
These guys weaves, and there's spiky bitches over here.
The spiky bitches over here.
I don't understand. Where do I start? Well, this video is particularly for you, or for those of you who have a little bit of knowledge, but you're kind of curious about each of the different races and factions in Warhammer. So overall, the Warhammer universe is vast when it comes to lore and background, and each different faction is so different with the things that they believe in, and some are human, some are transhuman, like where they all have all these crazy ass electronics on them. You've got aliens, and you've got the chaos faction.
Yeah, design looks so cool, man.
I decided to embark on this project to tell you what each and every single one of them is about, and what the Warhammer universe is about as well, to give at least a little bit of an intro to this extremely bloated but very, very enjoyable world that I and many others partake in. So I will be explaining every single faction in the Warhammer 40k universe, at least all the factions you can play as.
Wait, are these Blood Angels? Blood Angels, Adeptus Sororitas, maybe. Oh, the Eldar. I know the Eldars. Those them space elves, right? Yeah, I'm hip. I remember. Imperial Knights, Necrons. I remember them Necrons. They tough. Chaos Space Marines. The fuck? Chaos Space Marines. Yo, that sounds kind of dope, bro.
And some smaller factions here and there.
Oh, there are 40k factions, so it's different from Warhammer. Oh, it's separate?
Too mega deep into the lore.
I'm confused.
I'm going to give you a pretty solid overview of each of the different factions and have you learn a little bit about them, and we'll discuss a little bit of the tabletop as well, in case you were curious about that. But for this episode,
like, I legit would not play the tabletop, but I would just buy like the figures and stuff,
because that takes up a fat chunk of Warhammer lore. Oh, boo-hoo. What is Warhammer 40,000?
I watched that video.
Well, the 40,000 starts off is the year 40,000.
Yeah, I know that now. It's the year.
That's where it takes place, is in the year 40,000, 41,000 AD. you're already more.
Warhammer is more fantasy / medieval, and Warhammer 40k is sci-fi. Oh, but the chaos demons are like in both. Like I know the chaos demons is like a part of that, so that's like they're like in both though. Yeah, the chaos is the same in orcs. Yeah, orcs too. What the fuck? Okay.
More knowledgeable. Let me read you a quote. First of many quotes.
I'm probably more
in
into the
this
fantasy
video.
and medieval
It is
than.
the 41st millennium. For more than
The sci-fi is
100
cool, though.
years, the Emperor
really
has
good.
sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods and master of 1,000,000 worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotting carcass, writhing invisibly with power from the dark age of technology. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day so that he may never truly die. To be a man in such times is to be amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding, for in the grim, dark future, there is only war. There is no peace amongst the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter and the laughter of thirsting gods.
I love the sound of that.
Everything blows.
Everything
And it
blows.
fucking hard. Warhammer is probably the most dark and depressing.
Love that shit. Hell yeah. You prefer medieval? I prefer I prefer like fantasy. Yeah, like I prefer more fantasy than medieval. Yeah, fantasy above all.
Universes ever in fiction, or at least like top 3. Everything is so absurdly horrible, destructive, or overpowered that it all kind of ends up canceling itself.
Hey
out.
man,
It's like,
y'all got like a really good people in the comment section. Can y'all let me like link me like maybe like a really good website to like buy like Warhammer universe figures and stuff? Like really nice one, like statues kind of, like really expensive joints too.
Dota. War rages
Okay.
across the galaxy. Interstellar travel is only possible due to sacrificing 1,000 souls a day
Love
to
that.
a rotting carcass of a man,
Man.
who you believe to be your god.
Yeah.
Demonic gods and just demons tear open the fabric of reality on a whim. Other Xenos or even other humans end up killing each other in untold billions across the galaxy. It is a time of unending war, slaughter, and a bloodbath amongst everybody. Planets are deemed unrecoverable and are completely destroyed on a whim. Everything sucks. But that's like the charm.
The charm, man.
Everything
You know?
in Warhammer
Hell yeah.
is evil. But being evil is kind of fun. Like humanity in its own
I understand it, and that might be why I fuck with it.
right
Being
is
evil
a
might be fun.
xenophobic, prejudice, and religious zealot group that kill each other just as much as they kill all of their enemies. And
Jesus.
they're like mid to high tier evil on the evil scale of Warhammer. Nobody is good.
I wonder
No
who's
matter
at the
who
highest
you
of
are,
scales. Probably
everyone
the
is
chaos
some
demons, probably.
flavor, some color of evil. Whoever you pick, you are going to be the bad guy. But that's the fun of it. Because being the bad guy is badass. Villains are cool.
Villains
They
are
look cool. They got
cool.
cool
They look
outfits, they got
cool,
cool
yeah,
weapons,
yeah.
They got cool
They do
armies.
cool
Villains
shit.
Are cool, man.
They do cool
And
shit.
when everyone is a villain, everyone is pretty cool. That's what makes this so charming, is that everyone can be the bad guy. So let's start off talking about the main bad guy, quote unquote, the Imperium.
The
of
Imperium,
Man.
Imperium man, the main bad guy, sure. You know, probably like the dude that
Imperium
consumes
of
1,000
Man is the
souls. That
main
makes sense.
empire of the human race.
Yo, CK, appreciate
All
the
of
prime.
humanity is
Welcome to the
under
family.
this one flag called the Imperium. And about 10,000 years ago, there was a man. He was the emperor of mankind, a 10-foot tall psychic demigod who led humanity across the stars to colonize tons and tons of worlds, create superhuman soldiers, and really bring humanity into a new age. This man, the emperor of mankind, was a psyker. And a psyker is like a magician of sorts.
Yeah.
In the world,
Like psychers, let me see if my memory, like psychers, like get their power from like another realm, right? There's some shit like that, I think. Or something.
40k, there is the warp, the
the warp.
Imperium, kind of like hell, but sort of like a purgatory dimension of hell.
Yeah.
And a psyker is someone who can take that power and manifest it through their mind to use it to do stuff.
Yeah, so I got it.
Witchcraft stuff, magician stuff, spells, and lots of other things, but we don't want to get too into that. The Emperor, big boy psyker. Top tier, A+, maybe even S. Now the Emperor.
Oh, so he's not. He's not the top psyker though.
Yes,
Okay.
created a bunch of sons known as the Primarchs. He created 18.
See, that shit again.
18 Primarchs to have them lead all of the different legions of humanity to the different stars and plans to help colonize and bring it out. These Primarchs are basically like little versions of the Emperor.
That hammer is so fucking cool, bro. What the fuck? You know, I don't know if that's like an actual beast head. I doubt it, but like, you know, I think it's like a mold or something. But it would have been dope if it was actually like a beast head, like a dragon's head or something, dipped in gold, just so it could like be like hardened around the actual hammer. Oh, that armor's so dope. Oh shit.
Not all of them are psychers, but a lot of them are very, very powerful, and they lead his special Space Marine legions. Then this big clusterfuck happened called the Horus Heresy, where the Emperor's
The Horus
favorite
Heresy.
son,
That is probably like the thing I'm most curious about, like learning about in that first lore video.
Primarch Horus ended up joining Chaos and leading 9 of the 18, half of his Primarchs directly to Earth to fight down the Emperor himself. Now, if you want to know what Chaos is, remember what I mentioned earlier, the warp, that Immaterium, the hellish place? In there relies the 4 Chaos gods. Imagine like Satan and 3 other Satans.
Those 3 and
warp
then
being kind of evil,
the sexy
those Chaos gods, that's the reason.
The sexy demon mommy with like a dick joined. Didn't she have like a dick?
And so those Chaos gods...
Where'd her dick go? Where'd her dick go? We seen it in the video, the other one. Where'd the dick go?
Manipulated Horus, and then Horus helped manipulate all 8 other Primarchs to lead this giant coup directly on the Emperor on Earth. And they fucked up shit. After this huge civil war, Horus died, but not before brutally wounding the Emperor. And right at the end of his life, they put the Emperor on this large golden throne on Earth, in which he is now alive, just barely
alive.
Slowly rotting away, powering something called the Astronomicon, so long as he stays alive, and is fed 1,000 people a day. The Astronomicon is like the North Star. If you want to do interstellar travel in 40k,
it's
you
just
need to pass through that
what
demonic warp I mentioned earlier. But how do you know where you're going? Well, the Emperor is there putting a nice little navigator right there. He helps navigate you to know where you're going. If you want to go from Earth to some crazy solar system across the way, you need to go through that warp, and then you need to know where you're going, go through there, and pop your way out. It's like doing nether travel in Minecraft.
That's what he used that example before.
So long as the Emperor is alive and being fed 1,000 people a day to stay alive, you can do that. The moment he dies, interstellar travel's gone for all of humanity. You're so boned. Now, since the Horus Heresy 10,000 years ago, the Imperium has fallen from grace substantially. All technology has started to dwindle and die. There is now giant fundamental religious extremists that now believe the Emperor of Mankind was a deity, a true living god, which is probably the last thing the Emperor would have wanted to be remembered for. So now you have this thing called the Ecclesiarchy, which is this giant church entirely devoted...
Bro, this looks fucking crazy though, man. Jeez, like the building, bro. What the fuck?
Good word of the Emperor. He is now the Holy Emperor God, the God Emperor of mankind, and all of the Imperium has taken up worshiping him to the full.
What in the fuck is this thing? Flying demon mech baby thing, bro. What the fuck? Kill it! Kill it now!
Extent and killing anything that isn't humanity in his name. The Imperium has this futuristic gothic.
God damn, is that bro? What the fuck? It's like a Dark Souls map, but on steroids. Jesus.
It has this futuristic Gothic tone to it and a hefty religious zealotry to them. If you think anything against the Emperor, that's heresy and you deserve to die. That is called being a heretic. Heretics die in 40k. There is no such thing as freedom of religion. There is no such thing as freedom of speech, so long as you are against the Emperor.
Yep,
there is no
big
such
Emperor.
thing as any kind of tolerance. Everyone is a religious zealot.
Everyone's
Some
an op.
more than others, but no matter what, you're preaching that good word. So right now, everyone in humanity is trying to expand their empire across the stars. If you are a heretic, someone who doesn't believe in the Emperor, you are deserving of death. If you believe in the Chaos Gods, you are also a heretic and you deserve death. If you are an alien race of any kind, you are a filthy Xenos. And
You're
you
a
deserve
filthy
death as well.
Xenos.
So long as the murder.
Oh man, I just know people is just like cooked up so many slurs in this universe, right? People they cooked up so many slurs in this universe. I'm already knowing, bro.
Continues and humanity expands.
Next thing I find out in this universe, black people just still get out. Just black people still get shit on in this universe somehow.
Is very, very happy. However, the largest fighting force of this Imperium is my personal favorite faction, and the first faction we will discuss, the Astra Militarum.
The Astra
or also known as
Militarum.
the Imperial Guard.
Imperial Guard.
You finished? That's it, man. Game over, man.
Game
The
over,
Imperial
man.
Guard is the main
Y'all know where that's from? Yeah, I know where that's from. Somebody answer it right now in the chat. It's one of my favorite movies.
fighting force
Game over,
of the
man.
Imperium. And in a world of horrifying creatures, galactic monstrosities, the literal demons themselves breaking through the fabric of time to kill you, the Imperial Guard are untold billions of regular men and
Billions?
women wearing
Wait, really?
modern day like flak armor.
Wait, what the
with a
fuck?
laser rifle. This is the humble las gun.
The
The
last
main
gun.
weapon of the Imperial Guard. It fires superheated plasma lasers at an extremely fast fire rate. It is reliable, never jams. It can blow off limbs. Giant holes.
Wait. Wait, is this different las guns? The triplets, Acatran, Voss, Mars, Ryza, Contrain maybe, Lucius. Edie would be a heretic for trying to bag alien baddies. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know me. I'll never get caught.
Reliable, never jams. It can blow off limbs, giant holes in concrete. It is overall an extremely devastating weapon in modern day.
In modern day.
One of the
The word-
weakest in the 40K universe.
That's a
Yeah,
flash.
a laser
It's called a flashlight.
rifle that never jams.
Hey,
It can blow off
bro.
limbs. One of the weakest weapons. That's the world we're in right now. But who cares? Because the Imperial Guard has, in each battle, 500,000 of these men and women. 30,000 large armored tanks, 10,000 artillery batteries. The Imperial Guard wins through sheer numbers and firepower. They kind of have this World War I, World War II style aesthetic with legions of guardsmen as
We
well
just
as
swarm 'em.
company commanders and generals on the field along with them, and multiple kinds of troops. A normal Imperial Guard battle starts off with artillery, long lines of artillery.
Just peeked his mic.
cracking the crust
Or hit his mic.
of the planet underneath the enemy's feet.
Wait, what?
And as this barrage continues,
What?
hundreds of thousands of guardsmen, a sea of guardsmen surges forward, firing and charging at everything possible while the planet rumbles as tanks roll up behind them. Gunships block out the sun and tanks
What the
block out
fuck?
the dirt with the steps and hoof prints of millions of guardsmen. It
That
is
sounds-
the
that sounds
numbers
kinda
and
tough.
sheer sundering firepower.
That sounds kinda
They are the
tough, bruh.
first and last line of defense for the Imperium and make up a huge bulk of the battles. The Imperial Guard is also made up
Yeah, it's aliens. You got it right.
of tons of different kinds of regiments. The Catachan jungle fighters live in a death world that's more hospitable
mostly
than
come
almost
at
any
night.
firefight they'll ever
Mostly.
get into. So they just have this steroid-looking, giant knife, Rambo Predator-looking sons of bitches, where nothing is anywhere near as scary as a simple knight on their home planet. You have the Valhallan
The
winter
Valhallan.
soldiers that built their toes in 300 years.
What the fuck?
Mordian Iron Guard, who are more interested in making their shoes shine. than
Yeah, these are
actually
like
fighting the
bitches.
battle.
Yeah, I was about to
And
say,
then,
these
of
are
course,
like
the big
bitches.
one, the Cadians from
You say Canadians?
Cadia.
Oh, Cadians. Oh, okay.
The biggest export of guardsmen in the entirety of the Imperium. You will fire your first gun at 5. You will
What?
disassemble and reassemble it at 10.
What
you
the
will
fuck?
have pounding artillery drills day in and day out at 15, and you'll fight your first swarm lord
Oh,
at 16.
your
And if you
first
mention
swarm lord.
Cadia, you will burst into an unrelenting amount of tears and sadness like I do daily. To quote, I have at my command an entire battle group of the Imperial Guard, 50 regiments including specialized drop troops, stealthers, mechanized formations, armored companies, combat engineers, and mobile artillery. Over 500,000 fighting men and 30,000 tanks and artillery pieces are mine to command. Emperor, show mercy to the fool that stands against me, for I shall not. The Imperial Guard are my personal favorite faction in 40k. They're the army I
can see
the
it.
most,
I
the
see
ones
the-
enjoy playing the most.
I see the
one
interest.
I enjoy in the lore sense a lot. There's something about just a regular man with a laser rifle being told to charge the horrors of this universe and willingly doing so for his god emperor. It's just poetic. They actually represent the main Imperial Guard tactics pretty well. Large amounts of artillery that doesn't require a line of sight, lots of tanks, tons of infantry, drop troops, and gunships. Overall,
looks
they're
so
pretty
tough.
similar to how they sound, though a little bit expensive to collect, unfortunately. And they don't hit a lot.
I'm curious. I'm curious on how much how much it costs. I really am. Why you say expensive? How expensive?
They have a bit of a bad aim, but you don't really
Bad
care
aim.
because you're just drowning them in shots. However, if you want more accurate fire and specialization, we can move on to talk about Space Marines.
Space Marine, the Angels of
The Angels
Death.
of Death are up next. Space Marines are genetically engineered super
Hell
soldiers
yeah.
and superhumans. They're given extra organs.
What did you say? 2K for a full army? What does a full army entail? Is that like 1,000 figures? Like maybe, potentially, hopefully, 1,000? How much is a full army? 2,000 for 1,000 soldiers, maybe 1,000, maybe, hopefully. Definitely over 10K. Boy, ain't no fucking way.
Skin tissue is toughened, their bones are stronger, they're taller than the average person. They're pretty massive people, and these are the specialized super soldiers that carry out a lot of the more specific tasks for the Imperium. And there's tons of legions of them. In fact,
Yeah,
there's one
it's 18, yeah, 18.
Primarch, the Emperor's son, as I mentioned before, oversees their legion of Space Marines. The genetic upgrade they get is based on the genes of said Primarch.
Of said
Something called a
damn,
seed.
gene
That's what
seed.
brings them up to this like superhuman level.
Damn.
As stated, each Primarch has their own legion. Robot Girly Man has the Ultramarines, Jagatai Khan has the White Scars, Rogel Dorn has the Imperial Fists, Corvus Corax has the Raven Guard, and there's a whole bunch of other side sections that are
Oh, there's side sections too? Nah, the World Eaters. That's the one I was trying to remember. The fucking World Eaters. So tough.
also
World
extremely
bearer-
interesting and
word
have a little
bearers.
bit more of a twist on the average Space Marines, which we will discuss in a bit. Humorously enough, I don't have a whole lot to say about Space Marines. They're superhumanly fast. In fact, it's been said that nothing that large should move that quick. These men in power armor moving at blazing fast speeds. Their reflexes are faster.
I kind of want to compare them to like Spartans. I'm assuming Spartan Slam. I'm a Halo kid, man. I'm assuming Spartan Slam. Am I correct? What's up? What's up? What them Space Marines doing? What Space Marines doing to a Spartan? You know what I'm saying? My boy Master Chief. What's up? Or Noble Six. What's going on?
Their skin is tougher. They are overall just extremely powerful soldiers. In fact, where they differ comes down to which Space Marine Legion we're talking about. For instance,
They
the
do look cooler than
Ultramarines
Spartans, I
done
will say
by
that.
Robot Girlman,
Yeah, I would definitely say that. The motherfuckers definitely got more sauce than they got more sauce. They definitely got more sauce. the Spartans.
Are the main blue boys, strong in almost every way, the jack of all trades kind of group that are a little bit too strong, and that's a lore problem, but
they're a little bit too strong. These motherfuckers pull up on fucking motorcycle, like motorcycles with cannons on the side, bro. What the hell? You like Spartan armor more? Nah. I mean, yeah. So some Spartan armor is cool, but I don't know, man. I just think like Space Marines, like if we like match them up, I don't know, bro. They just got that sauce. They got the sauce and they got the variety, man. I don't know, man. Space Marines, them motherfuckers cold. They look too cold.
Speed freaks, go fast. We're talking attack bikes. We're talking land speeders. You want to go in quick. You want to hit them hard. You want them to be swarming around like buzzflies, buzz saws, with the speed of buzz saws. Fuck you, Pale King. Salamanders love fire. Fire in the forge, fire in battle. Flamers, melta-guns, multi-meltas. Just so long as something can be burning, that's big. And they're also actually some of the nicest of the Space Marines. A lot of Space Marines
Salamanders
have this kind of like holier-than-thou thing because of their genetic strength. However, the Salamanders tend to put human lives above the lives of themselves, which is actually rather rare. They're also all black, but not like just regular black.
What the fuck, man?
Like 2 a.m. line at a White Castle, black. Like they have a sharp.
Whoa, shit, nigga! I'm fucking black as shit.
Red eyes.
Oh fuck.
Apparently something about living
yeah,
on
no
that whole planet is
representation. Wait, hold on. This one kind of got the features of a black man: big lips, big nose. Yo, hold on, bro. Did they literally just like char the skin of an actual nigga? They make him blacker than he actually was, bro.
Which I don't know if that makes much sense, but who cares? This is like fantasy.
They
land
blackface the
Overall,
black man.
Salamanders are actually one of my personal favorite legions because they're just really cool. They're fun to play as because of all their flamer weapons, and they have a nice, like, more heartwarming lore as opposed to being super evil. Like
nigga said close enough.
My God, we're not even a quarter of the way through the Space Marine legions. Imperial fists believe in the power of the siege and defensive positions.
Ew, the
Raven
fucking
guards,
baby demon.
Sabotage while having bird helmets. Iron hands,
That's
masters
tough.
of machines and vehicles.
That's so
while
tough.
being really goddamn good at being sold on eBay after one nerf. Space wolves,
Sold on eBay.
Vikings, and
Oh,
wolves,
that's
tons of
so
wolves
cool,
and
bruh.
Axes, battle axes, fur everywhere. Space wolves.
Space,
angry,
yeah, they tough.
blood angels. The genetic defect to make them want to drink blood.
Nah,
and
bro.
go
Space Marines
crazy,
look
called the
better,
Red
bro.
Thirst.
Space Marines
They have
definitely look better than
Cupid wings
Spartans.
and stuff, which is a little bit strange, and they are all super gay for sanguinius.
Super gay for
Archangels are
sanguinius.
Old school knights and inner circle theme and.
Are you a heretic?
Me? No.
No.
Watching a little Luma, though.
Death Watch, a fancy anti-Xenos group that nobody plays because Death Watch, and they look cool though, but no one plays them. I don't know about Death Watch. They're there though. Black Templars, for the people who, if you haven't prayed at least 3 times a day, you're gonna start.
Like, come on, dog. Like, come on. I'm shitting myself way more if I see a Space Marine than a Spartan. Bro, look at that shit.
Praying out that airlock, and I'm sure there's some other chapters I may have missed as well, like Crimson Fist and stuff, but those are the main ones right here. Here, quote from the Emperor himself. They shall be my finest warriors, these men who give of themselves to me. Like clay I shall mold them, and in the furnace of war I shall forge them. They shall be of iron will and steely sinew. In great armor I shall clad them, and with the mightiest weapons shall they be armed. They will be untouched by plague or disease, no sickness shall blight them. They shall have such tactics, strategies, and machines that no foe will best them in battle. They are my bulwark against the terror.
Oh my God,
they
he's
are
still
my
going.
defenders of humanity. They are my space
Marines.
marines. And
Holy
they
shit.
shall know no fear.
God damn, that's a bar, bro. Fuck.
Tabletop, they fuck. Oh,
They fuck. They fuck hard.
This video, Space Marines are laughably strong. That might change at some point, but overall, Space Marines just have it's like a Swiss Army knife.
I'm not actually opposed to like buying an army. You know what? I'm dead ass not opposed. I'm not gonna play that shit. But like to have them in like a display case, like to have them chilling in a display case would be so tough. Especially with like all like the tanks and shit and like maybe like flying. Bro, that shit was so hard. I wonder if my girlfriend will leave me because of that.
You need, except it's like a gold-plated Swiss Army knife. It is extremely strong.
That's
you
tough.
are actually getting into the tabletop of Warhammer. Space Marines are a great start. Also, whatever gameplay style you have, whether you want to be sit back with long range and heavy weaponry, go fast and run in, or even just full melee, all of these options are totally there for you. Space Marines are super badass.
Wait, what?
Unfortunately,
You gotta paint them. Fuck you mean I gotta paint them, bro? I'm not spending all that money to put in more work. To put it, but nah, nigga, paint them shits bro. What? Fuck you mean I got you dead ass? All of them? That's like the whole hobby. Is painting them too? But I don't want to do that, bro. I just want them to sit there and look cool. People are painting them more than they're collecting. But I just want them to look cool, man.
it's time we start praying to our new god, the 2011 Honda Civic.
So is it any wonder people are afraid
Adeptus
of technology?
Mechanicus.
The Adeptus Mechanicus. The Adeptus Mechanicus are a technophile cult on Mars. Now, these people are a little bit weird because they don't actually really believe in the Emperor of Mankind. And you might think, oh, whoa.
Yeah, they're gonna get killed,
that sounds
slaughtered.
like
That's
some-
heresy.
A little bit. They believe in
A little
Emperor,
bit.
They believe in his power, but they don't pray to him. They pray to something called the Omnissiah. And the Omnissiah is this kind of machine god that they believe permeates in all machines. And if you think, well, wait a minute, they believe in a different god as well? That sounds like super heresy. Well, yes-ish, but they also make all your guns, and they make all your tanks.
I see. So, I see. Okay.
And they make everything that you have.
So we can't really do nothing about
So
that.
you can't really tell them the fuck off.
Yeah, we can't.
Because you're not gonna win nothing if you don't
I
got.
fuck with how Bricky delivers information, man. I gotta say, I fuck with how this guy delivers because I feel like he talks like me, with language and I guess delivery. Yeah.
Got stuff to shoot people with. See, their Omnissiah at least makes sense from their standpoint. They believe it to be a deity that permeates through all machines. Your Honda Civic, your
Honda
standard
Civic?
Bolt Club, your Dune Strider Walker, your giant mechs, your huge ships. The Omnissiah is present through all. And the only reason your stuff works is because the machine's spirit in it says it works. If
What?
you want your gun
Spirit?
to work, your tank to run, you must pray to it.
What?
And I mean full stop. You need to start chanting in high
What?
Gothic. You need to burn incense.
That
You
looks
need to
so
sit on your
tough,
knees
bro.
and pray
I'm not
to
gonna lie. I'm not really too big on like mechs and stuff. Like well, I am kind of, but I don't know. But these low key might have some of my favorite designs. I feel like the detail in these guys, the Adeptus Mechanicus, looks absolutely godlike, like godlike design wise. It's the detail of them is so
You
crazy.
need to rub oil on your robes, and you need to go full stop. If you want your damn thing to work, if you want your gun to fire, you need to do that. They are very bizarre, and they actually have a bit of a point because it's obviously working. And if you look at them, I
They
don't
look
know how
scary.
that works.
They look fucking
So
scary.
They obviously know something about what they're doing. The most notable member of the Adeptus Mechanicus is Archmagos, whatever, Belisarius Call. Look at this dude.
What
Look at
is
this dude.
that, bro?
Yeah. This is the group we're talking about. These are these weirdos. Here, the Omnissiah Creed. The credo, Omnissiah. There is no truth in flesh, only betrayal. There is no strength in flesh, only weakness. There is no constancy in flesh, only decay. There is no certainty in flesh, but death. Flesh is weakness, flesh is death. The Omnissiah is the god of the machines, and if you wish to be whole, if you wish to be holy, if you wish to give unto him, you must saw down your limbs and remove your organs and replace them with mechanical parts.
Can I be like unconscious for that though? Like, do I have to like be? No, like I don't want to go through pain. I don't want to go through pain, but you know, like,
because that is what he wants, and that is how you will become enlightened. Hard technophiles mixed with religious extremism. Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, for their army side of things, they are with the Scutari. The Scutari operate with very bizarre weaponry and lots of different kinds of vehicles, tanks, and different people in between. They're very weird, but they have extremely wacky and enjoyable, and in fact quite effective both in the real game and in the lore, weaponry and gear. Overall, as an army on the tabletop, they're very weird and have a whole bunch of different shenanigans.
look at that.
But if you like kind of that quirky, wacky
like
techno...
in this picture, I can't even tell. Like, okay, outside of the helmets, I can't tell what this is. Like, if you just look into an army of these things, bro, what the fuck am I looking at?
I'd give them a pickup. Hell, they're so paranoid. I gotta keep going. They're so paranoid and crazy. These Dune Striders you see right here, one guy was able to make them work. One guy.
Keenan Allen touchdown. No flags. Let's fucking go! Yes! Come on, fantasy. Yes, fantasy football. I'm sorry. Let me, out of curiosity, let me Google this. Let me just Google Warhammer 40k army. Let me just go to the armies. Let's just go on the website. 40,000. Accept my cookies. Let's go to Space Marines. Oh no, this just tells me the armies. Oh, so much info is on here. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, I guess I can't buy them on the specific website. Why'd you say it's a lot of money? I guess there's like sets on like Amazon for like $140. Warhammer 40k, number 3 most gifted. Damn. Combat Patrol World Eaters. Oh, it says gray, so they're not painted. Wait, World Eaters, those are my niggas. $140. Wait, what the fuck? It said frequently bought together. What is this? Games. Let me see. Exalted 8-bound World Eaters. Are those... Oh, but see, that's not number. This is the number 2 most gifted. Okay, and it's sitting in the category of PlayStation games. What the fuck? Okay. Holy shit! Angron Daemon Primarch of Khorne. Oh my god. Oh, that looks so fucking tough. My cock is hard. $140. Damn, nigga. Damn. You said it's worth a certain amount of points. A full army is 2k points, and it costs a lot to reach that amount, or buy a kill team set for like $70 and play that version.
And he died, and they're so scared they'll never work again that they keep them on and they never turn them off, and they run around in a circle the whole time until they need them, and then they corral it and they go into battle. Yep. The Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, if you want to talk about faith, though, let's talk about the Sisters of Battle.
Ooh.
A simp has fallen for an
The
eagle in
Adeptus
Lego City.
Sororitas.
The Sisters of Battle of the Adeptus Sororitas, if that's how I
Sororitas.
pronounce it correctly, is an all-female group of battle sisters going through the ecclesiarchy section of the Imperium. The ecclesiarchy is, of course, the church.
Yeah, that big-ass place.
Of the church.
Church, yeah, okay.
Which is scary.
Yeah, scary. It definitely is. That's a sale? Hey, yo.
Extremely zealotous force. And they take this
Why
to
did
a full
fucked up
extreme.
jaw?
They
What is
believe in
that?
3 main things: faith, martyrdom, and fire. Through the bolter, the flamer, and the melta, the Sisters of Battle are extremely potent at taking out chaos and heretics. Mainly heretics, because as they are a fighting section of the
I'm not gonna lie. That shit is fire. I love the black and red combination. That's like my favorite color combo, to be honest.
ecclesiarchy church, That's the big thing they want to kill.
Black and red or
Any
black and
form of
purple?
Heretic will face the Emperor's justice through those 3 main weapons: the bolter, the flamer, and the
I'm hearing
melta,
buff and badass bitches. That's what I'm hearing.
Prejudice. Literally. They are the closest things we have to nuns in space. And I'm talking hardcore nuns. They carry holy
That's kinda
fire
tough. Yeah.
on their backs. They have holy like books and sigils all across their armor. Their main battle tank is a fucking pipe organ.
Yo, what the
They have
fuck?
small babies that they have removed their
No, I don't fuck with this. I don't fuck with that's creepy.
brain capacity to make them little servant cherubs to fly around and give them ammunition and shit.
What?
They
Drop ammunition?
churches from low orbit as mini drop pods onto
No, they
battles.
don't. No, they don't.
Drop churches
No, they don't. It has to be a visual of that. I have to have a visual of them dropping churches from the sky. I have to.
into battles, and they blare war hymns and holy music from their frigates in low atmosphere and shower holy water across the
that is
battlefield.
crazy.
These are the people you are dealing with, and they're fucking awesome. They can literally
Ew, what is that?
on the tabletop.
Wait, on the tabletop?
Because their faith is
Yeah,
that
the faith is just
strong.
strong.
Remember
Damn.
the warp, the
Yeah,
demons
the warp.
from the warp? Well, the warp also manifests in your mind. All of your emotions, negative and positive, go through the warp. It's the immaterium, the place of all things. So if you are that mentally fortified, that mentally strong, you can stave off horrifying demons. And all these girls, oh, not a crack. Not a crack
That's
in
tough.
that mental armor.
That's
now,
tough.
as much as a meme as they are, and as much as their
Hey, why are they a
models
meme?
like Ongo Gabloglian, yeah, which I can't unsee anymore. I gotta say, I love their design.
Yeah, I do
think
love
they're
the design.
Extremely cool. They're another army that I'm currently collecting. They just released a whole new
What is
line
that?
of figures very recently, and they look wonderful. Everything from Celestine, the living, literally undying saint from the triumph.
Am I about to get down? Am I about to walk down a very bad path? I don't want to paint these shits though, bro. I ain't gonna lie, painting is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna hold you, gang. Painting is crazy. I don't want to do that shit. I just want to buy them and have them in the background or something. Yo,
Of Saint Catherine, which is literally a funeral procession as a model. Those organ tanks I mentioned earlier. This shit is the most over-the-top badassery in a lot of the Warhammer universe, and goddamn it, is it over the top. But Sisters of Battle are so cool. While I'm a guardsman at heart, oh, this is such a cool faction. By Bolter Shell,
Oh, fuck.
Flamer
Oh, I know
Burst,
this about to
and
hit.
Melta Blast, the mutant, the heretic, and the traitor alike are cleansed of their sin of existence.
Damn.
So it has been for 5 millennia, so shall it be until the end of time.
Damn.
And speaking of burning demons,
the Grey Knights. Search for what? Warhammer shop? There ain't no way we got some shit like that in Maryland. Probably in like the city. Let me see. Let me search. Was this called Warhammer, you think? Bruh, I stand fucking corrected. Nigga, this shit, there's one 13 minutes away from me. I stand corrected. What the fuck? How the fuck? No way. The one in Japan looks better than this. This one looks garbage. But, I mean, hey. Damn. Helped me with deciding my paint and everything. Really glad I went. Damn.
the Grey Knights are the first army I actually collected back in 7th edition. The Grey Knights are a super secretive and much more old school look at power armored knights, except they are all psychers. All of
All of
them
my
have that crazy
psychers?
space magic
Yes,
magician shit. For every 100,000 guardsmen, there's one Grey Knight.
Bro,
For
that
every
design
10,000
is so
Sisters of Battle,
tough.
There's one Grey Knight. For every 1,000 Space Marines, there's one Grey Knight. Grey Knights are the strongest of the strong, both in
Wait,
mental
really?
will and absolute just strength. These are Space Marines
Damn,
that are all...
just one in Bowie too, bro. What the hell? Hold on. I think there's a total of 5 in Merlin. Oh shit. This one is what, 30 minutes away? Why the hell do these stores look like that?
High-level psychers, all of them able to specifically do one goal, and that is kill demons. The Emperor believed that the demons of chaos were the #1 threat to the Imperium, and he probably is right. However, this group is entirely based on doing that through a myriad of tactics. Coming from the planet, or I guess the moon, of Titan in the Sol system, the Grey Knights are thrown through...
Wait, what's this? Found a painted sister battle centerpiece. GG. Bakara. Bakara. What? This is it? I'm paying $300 for this? Oh, bro, you're tugging my nuts from the back, buddy. Hell no, bro. What is this shit? Hell no. Bro, hell, I'm paying $300. I'm expecting a fucking big ass demon monkey or something, man. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Extremely rigorous training.
Why?
And are as clear of mind and soul as they possibly can be. Since the demons of the warp are...
Nah, fuck all that, bro. I'm expecting super detail in these joints too, man. I don't want no miniature. Where what?
The warp, and your mind projects to the warp, people can go insane very fast, especially lower level psychers. These Grey Knights need to be able to harness the warp in the presence of demons and stay perfectly sane. One of their characters, one of my favorite characters, is named Castellan Crow. He has
Castellan Crow,
the black blade of Mahamahama, and he has to have it on him because it tempts everyone nearby, constantly beckoning them. Use my power, use my strength, suck my penis.
Suck my penis.
And so he has to keep it on him all the time as this thing whispers to him consistently, and he has to stave it off forever, being alone in his chambers or on the battlefield, because anyone who gets too close to it might be tempted a little too hard. He is that pure of heart and mind, and all the characters in the Grey Knights are basically like that. The only issue is that the Grey Knights have a scorched earth policy.
Scorched earth? What's that? What's that mean? What's that mean?
They're fighting demons. Demons corrupt and make people crazy.
Don't tell me you actually just like wipe the planet off.
Fighting demons, and the Grey Knights are
interspecies revere, you fucking freak.
I'm a risk.
What?
So guess who's not making it out of there?
Wait, what?
They're very strike fast, strike hard kind of people. They teleport all around the place. They are fast strike groups, small amounts of models because they're so dang strong. You only have so many characters, but with it, you get in there, you're very tough, very tanky, you hit really hard, and you try to bounce around the battlefield quickly, but you don't have numbers, and so every dead Grey Knight hits really damn hard. They're fun, though, if you like that kind of fast striking kind of army. Oh, and also, Caldor Drago is a thing. We're not even going to get into Caldor Drago.
Buddy, like he's seen some shit. Look at his eyes.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I am the hammer. I am the mail about his fist. I am the spear in his hand. Though we are lost, I am the shield on his arm. I am the flight of his arrows. I am the hammer. I am the sword. I am the shield. I am a soldier at the battle at the end of time. Grey Knights are pretty hardcore. They are as holy as you can get for a Space Marine. If you like Space Marines and you want to, you know that they're holy enough, you want to be holier, Grey Knights. Now, if you want to be holier and big, let's talk Imperial Knights.
The hell? Oh, Lord, he coming. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Hell yeah, I want to buy mechs. See, this is, this is what I expect, like, a figure to go for, like, 300. These motherfucking big giants.
But you want to kill, like, 40 of them per turn? Do you want a gigantic, old-school knight noble house?
Like, how much are these going for?
With giant chainsaw arms?
These are some of the joints I was seeing in Japan. I can't see a price for them, though.
There's not a whole lot to talk about them because they're just gigantic walkers. But they have this old-school, like, house feel to them. Like, literally, like, they're houses. Each Imperial
The hell is that
Knight
supposed to mean?
comes from a house, and each of them act in their own special way. These behemoth of walkers also destroy almost everything in their path, killing full swaths of squads.
They're like
in a
200?
couple shots.
Are you telling me they cost less money than the 3 little tiny sister figures? Who's not even half naked? This is bullshit.
Stepping on legions of troops, like, these things do not mess around, and they look so cool. Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights, actually, for that matter, don't have a whole lot to discuss. They're just
Look at that,
super
1v1 against the
big,
demon
heavy
joint.
walkers, and they look different depending on your house or chaos god you currently believe in. And overall, these things are just really cool if you want to murder everything in your path. They're the big, scary, big unit of Warhammer, and if you want to collect them, go to town. They make for a great painting project too. Getting more back down to earth. Let's talk something about a little bit of...
I mean, I'd pay 600 if it was worth 600. Like, it was like big as shit. Like, yeah, bro. Like, I'll do that.
A little more gold. If guardsmen are regular soldiers, space marines are super soldiers, Grey Knights are super soldiers.
Super
the
soldiers.
Adeptus Custodes are super soldiers cubed. The Adeptus Custodes are the third major army I own. I know, 3 armies. I know, I got carried away, okay? But that's all. I only have 3, okay?
He's lying. You're a liar, buddy.
They are our final brand of Space Marines, but these ones are super special. Okay, if a guardsman is 6 foot, a space marine is 7 feet, a custodian is 8 feet. These
God
are
damn.
The giant defenders of Holy Terra, which is also Earth. Earth is Terra. Terra. Themselves. These are the people that literally guard the Emperor's throne room. Hence, Custodes. These boys protect the Emperor's throne room at all times and are literally like handcrafted people. They're not humans brought up by a gene series.
Handcrafted.
These are all handcrafted super soldiers.
I don't wonder how that process
from
works.
A tube. These behemoth of men are like 8 feet, 8.5 feet tall, and functionally immortal. They stand still, spear in hand, for hundreds of years without the need to sleep,
What?
and barely even the need to eat.
What?
Watching over the throne room and every other area of Holy Terra for their entire purpose in life. And oh my lord, are they terrifying. These custodians put Space Marines to shame. If you liked your super soldiers, these are your super mega soldiers. One of these men can take on probably 3 Space Marines and most likely win. There are many different groups of custodians as well, like the Solar Watch, or there's also one of my personal favorite, the Aquilin Shield.
Ooh, with the
Aquilin
purple
Shield
on
go
there?
out to seemingly unimportant individuals and protect them because they believe that they are going to be doing something very important in their lives. For instance, let's say a regular guardsman gets the protection of this giant 8.5 foot tall golden god because that guardsman will end up becoming a general one day or something.
Not it is real.
The custodians work in mysterious ways and are almost always outnumbered but never outmatched. These people are pretty horrifying, both on the tabletop as well as in the lore. There are very few of them, however, and there's actually an extremely small amount of them. But that's kind of the point.
Gold and purple,
There's
big
only
royalty
so many
shit.
of these people that can have war gear this strong, weapons this powerful, and training this good. And the custodians have all 3 of it. For 100 years, I stood my watch amidst the somber shadows of the Sanctum Imperialis. I was still as a statue, but always ready. Always attuned
Always
to
on
dangers
go.
unseen.
Always
Days,
on go.
months, years passed by in a frenzied blur beyond those walls, yet within, little moved and nothing changed. For 100 years, I did not but wait, yet had any threat appeared, I would have struck it down in a heartbeat. For 100 years, I stood my watch, and as it ends, I can tell you this: patience is a weapon. The custodians are the top dogs of the
Bar,
Imperium,
bruh.
and they hurt just that same way. Though I do want to discuss a little bit about the Sisters of Silence before we get out of here, because the Sisters
hell?
of Silence I also have
Baddies?
a few of, and they're really fun.
Bald baddies?
But they don't get enough attention. These kind of bald, plumed
Bald
ladies
baddies, ew.
are a whole group of pariahs, or also known as blanks. We'll be referring to them as blanks from now on. So
Blanks.
as every mind is somewhat connected to the warp, these blanks are a genetic mutation that has it suppressed heavily. Because of that mind suppression, normal people feel this weird, like, uncomfortable nature when around them. When a Sister of Silence walks past them, you feel ill. You feel just uncomfortable and
my
strange.
tummy hurt.
So most of them don't actually live past childhood, because once they are birthed, they're, well, you know, killed or something at a very young age.
Excuse me?
Because they just emit a horrifying aura.
What the fuck?
These ladies, however, are guardians of the throne as well for more psychic threats. See, none of the custodians are psychers, so they have a difficult time dealing with major demons and other kinds of psychic phenomena. These sisters are extremely specialized.
Okay, I see. I see.
A vow of silence, as they don't speak, hence the term Sisters of Silence, but they communicate through hand gestures and things of that nature. But if there's a demon issue,
they just like pull off like fucking hand seals and shit.
If there's any kind of warping problem, the sisters are extremely adept at dealing with them, thanks to their
that
blank
art
gene.
is
They
tough.
only work a lot of time with the custodians because they have to deal with both kinds of threats, but they're not represented that way on the tabletop. In fact, they only have like one real model for them, which is very unfortunate. I hope they'll get some like news soon, because I think they should really be working together as it is that way in the lore, but hopefully we'll get there soon. But if we're talking about blanks, let's talk assassins.
Ooh. Wait, these look fucking freaky.
To round it out, we got this and one more human thing, and then we're done. The assassins, though, the Officio Assassinorum.
Officio Assassinorum
boy,
is a
these
name.
people are dead.
Why is that picture so dark?
They should be, but oh man, these people will mess you up. So these
He
are
got so excited.
Officio
Mess you up.
Assassinorum, a very special organization, and they are handpicked by the Grand Master of the Officio Assassinorum from the what was it called? Schola Progenium. It's basically an orphan school. Your parents got murdered by demons or something. You get sent to this, and you get
become
trained
assassins.
to be whatever. Tempestus drop troop, an inquisitor, maybe even. Maybe you get.
What the fuck? What the hell?
When you are taken, however, you go to troop, an inquisitor, maybe even.
That shit is fire. Fire.
Maybe you get a blank gene and you get thrown into the Sisters of Silence, or sometimes you just disappear. When you are taken, however, you go to
Just
one of 4 temples, because the Assassinorum works in the temple style of things. These temples are the Vindicare, Caluxus, Calidus, and Eversor temples. Let's start with the Vindicare. I'm far away. I've been sitting here for 3 weeks. Poof! The Vindicare temple is the main
Snipers,
sniper.
yeah.
Gigantic sniper rifles for all these assassins. Their whole point is to be able to be in a spot and sit there, eye and scope, for weeks, waiting for their perfect target, taking people out from literal miles away after extremely long time periods. The Vindicare Temple is about precise, perfect aim. There have been reports of Vindicares being able to single out particular body parts.
Bro, that dude
from
is
over
buff,
2,
nigga.
3 miles away. Temples in the head, the jugular, for instance, and been sitting there after weeks. And when they're ready, take that shot. Time is done. Packs them up. The Calidus Temple, however, is
Bad.
a lot more about
Damn,
fixed
baddie.
and DeviantArt. It's mostly
DeviantArt?
a female-based one, or at least
I feel you, buddy.
it seems.
I'm
to be.
picking
And
up what
this
you're putting
allows
down.
A lot of body augmentation for certain individuals to be able to kind of transmorph themselves and infiltrate areas that are problems.
What you mean?
These assassins will end up taking missions that take them years, 2-3 years, to infiltrate a heretical group and slowly work their way up, just to get enough time to put a bullet into the
damn.
main target's head, and then
Yo, did you mean that they might grow dicks? Is that potential? I'm assuming that it is, right?
escape unharmed. Or
ED going 2 minutes without saying the N-word. Challenge impossible. Shut up, nigga. Shut up, nigga.
become the main target and sabotage it from within. These are all completely about deception, mind tricks, polymorphing, and everything in between. And lots of drawings. Lots. The Eversor Temple.
Yo, that shit
Kinda
looks
disturbing
cool.
one. The Eversor Temple is about when you don't want anything to come back alive, friend or foe. You want it all dead. An Eversor is psychogenically conditioned.
You know what's crazy? I really do. I don't hate those comments, but those comments are weird. Why is niggas trying to like police how you speak? I am a grown ass fucking adult. I know that's probably not maybe what you were saying, but that did like spark a memory of like in my comment section. Motherfuckers be like, oh, you shouldn't cuss as much, or you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do. Bitch, shut your bitch ass up. Nigga, I say what the fuck I want. Bro, what? What the fuck are you talking about? You ain't my fucking mom. Hey, bro, get out my face.
With just psychotherapy and psychological torture to only feel violence, hatred, and anger. It does the Clockwork Orange style of thing of just
Yeah, I know you're not playing. I mean, I know you're playing.
Pain and misery and psycho conditioning, I guess is the term. And then they pump you full of tons of psychedelic drugs.
Oh my
And
God.
they cryo freeze you.
Oh my God.
And then they drop you in an area where they just want to make sure everything is dead. And then you defrost.
What is that?
Full of just
I
all
can't even. Why is it deep fried and it's black as shit? I can't. What is that?
Psychotherapy and psychedelic drugs, and you just go to town. Yeah, if you don't care if anyone comes back alive. You're like, all right, lost cause, send them in. Finally, there's the most bizarre temple, the Caluxus Temple.
The Caluxus. Look at that
assassins
noggin.
Are feared even among the other temples. So that blank gene, the people will go to the Caluxus
What is that?
Temple
That
like
looks
this
so
as well.
tough.
And this is where they can harness that to be massively anti-psyker or even just anti-regular people. They're seen with extreme fear and distrust among many, many people. They're described by the Eldar by quote as being pure evil. Imagine that uncomfortable feeling from that blank gene I mentioned, and then imagine them being taught and given equipment to amplify it by 100. If normally regular people feel uncomfortable, now they are basically akin to being a siren wailing directly in your ear. And if you're a psyker, oh no. The sheer presence of a Caluxus assassin is enough for you to tear your skin off. You will gouge your eyes out and rip your nails off than even being near this person. The Caluxus assassin is when you want psychers to literally lose their minds, and they will go on their knees and ask you to gun them down because it is a suitable choice over being anywhere near you. The motto of that temple is, that which is unknown and unseen commands the greatest fear. Now, for the tabletop, assassins aren't that special. You can call them in no matter what Imperium faction you are, and they do a lot of work for themselves, but at the same time, they're very specialized and require a lot of finesse. And they work the way you generally want them to, though.
I figure like usually in assassins.
Stuff, you take a Calidus. You want to just murder swaths of infantry and then blow up Eversor. You want to kill that one guy, Vindicare, and if you have a lot of psychers, Caluxus. It's a nice little like jack of all trades if you have a specific thing you want to kill. And you get to choose which is really fun. But now, let's talk about the last human faction. We can round this video out before we do part 2. The Inquisition.
Inquisition.
We have a lot to talk about with them.
Dude.
Oh boy.
Subject of heresy.
Take every secret police you can think of. The KGB, the Gestapo, the CIA, FBI, any of these kinds of people. And then mark it up by about 10 and give them the most power in the entire Imperium. No, you know what? How about this? This right here, it's not just a quote. This is the Imperial motto, the motto of the Inquisition. I apologize for my bad pronunciation. Innocentia nihil probat. Innocence
proves nothing. Nothing is crazy. What?
Organization
What the fuck you
in the
mean?
Imperium. The secret police, their #1 motto is innocence proves nothing.
That type sick
the
shit.
Inquisition goes around like the secret
Bro,
police.
this is such a dope design, bro. Holy shit.
Or like detectives to find issues in the Imperium. And they have different ordos depending on which one we're talking about. The Ordo Hereticus, the Ordo Xenos, the Ordo Malleus, for instance, and a whole bunch of other ones. Hereticus is obvious, they deal with heretics. Xenos tries to find alien threats, and Malleus is demons. They all have different specializations in what they're trying to go for as this Inquisitor. And that's what they're called, Inquisitors. Each of them, as an Inquisitor, has
What? That
their
art
own
is
free
so
reign to do as they
tough. What
wish.
is
They may have a
that?
ship and a crew.
Ew.
And go out to find problems and
Why is it looking at me?
a lot. They are above the law.
Look at, bro,
in
what?
every department over Space Marines. Now, the Space Marines might argue against them and stuff, and there might be a lot of blowback, but technically they are above them as Inquisitors. They are looking to investigate and figure out coups and cults and demonic incursions and possible Xenos issues like gene stealers or a new threat coming into an area. They're about learning that stuff and actually doing detective work. And memes aside, they're pretty good at it. The Inquisition having all of this power does make them a little bit power hungry and frantic sometimes. And yes, it is still a bad thing, but most of them are pretty good at their job.
Let me join. I'm a heretic. I want her to take me out.
And they spend a lot of time being very diligent to make sure that all of these leads they follow are proper and correct. They're basically space detectives with just enormous power and sometimes a bit of a power complex. And we haven't even talked about Exterminatus yet. Exterminatus. Exterminatus is deeming a planet unfit to be saved. I deem that this planet is demon infested and taking it back will cost too many resources and is not worth it. I have now committed Exterminatus on this planet. I will now sign the death warrant of an entire Imperium planet as it is unfit to take and better to be destroyed than allow the enemy to hold it. This can mean saturation bombardment. This can mean cracking the planet's core and breaking it apart. Doesn't matter. Render this planet inhospitable to all life.
That's
yes,
pretty...
The innocence proves nothing people are the only people who can choose this planet must die in its entirety.
It's pretty fucked up. It's a little extra, don't you think?
Yeah, you're playing the villain. Now, it is memed a lot, but most Inquisitors are very rare to do Exterminatus. Exterminatus is a very crazy thing. There's only so many worlds that you don't want to destroy all of them. Now, naturally, with the memes aside, there are some people who are a little bit rough on this one.
Wait, what you mean? This Inquisitor also known as Major Tyrannic Wars?
But most Inquisitors generally don't like to do Exterminatus a ton, but it is an option they have. And it's a crazy option when you think about it. Secret Police Inquisition are unfortunately not represented on the tabletop very much. You generally kind of put one in your army if you feel like it. You have a couple special options there and some side content.
I'm not gonna lie, but her tabletop version kind of losing the sauce.
But they're not really fleshed out very well, and personally they need a lot more stuff put in there, and they really need a lot more effort put into them, and they're not quite where I want them to be. Overall, the Inquisition makes for a lot of the best storytelling as well, because it's a little bit hard to talk about a big story of a whole bunch of Space Marines killing something, right? It's just a big battle story. It's not as interesting. Having that intrigue and that moral dilemma that an Inquisitor has makes for a lot better media. And honestly, the more people do it, I think it's better, because then it adds a little more humanity to the Warhammer horrible, horrible grimdarkness. And wow, we just finished the humans, all right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just the humans. Part 2 is everything else.
When we talk about Chaos and Xenos.
Yeah, Chaos, dude. I can't wait about those. I can't wait. Because I think like Chaos and Xenos is more up my... Well, even though I fuck with the human shit, though. I really do fuck with the human shit. But like Chaos and Xenos is more like towards... like the other Warhammer stuff for me, the fantasy kind of, you know what I'm saying, like Owl, I should say. Wait, where's part 2 at? Oh, is this part 2? Oh, it's even longer. Holy shit. Oh, that armor clean as a bitch. Yo, what the hell? It's like teal. Damn, bro.
For Chaos Gods and all the Chaos Marine Legions and the Tau and the Necrons and the Orcs, and oh boy, we got a lot. I'll see you in part 2.
Damn. W goddamn video, man. Hope you guys did enjoy. Smash the like button. Subscribe for more. We'll be back for part 2 very soon.